You ever wondered how stars get that glamorous look, that smoky eye look, that pretty cat winged eye look, or just how they look so beautiful and their makeup's done so perfect? Well, I'm going to show you today how to make the smoky eye look as a tutorial. To begin with, first, I use the Eco tools because they're good for the environment, and it is a case that has brushes from any size and type, and they're not used like poorly for they're used from bamboo, recycled stuff and stuff like that, which is good for the environment. Um, to begin with, I've already done my foundation and things like that, but I just want to go through point how to do it from A to Z, from foundation to the eyeshadow to the eyeliner to brow coloring and then mascara. To begin with, I always use this clean, sensitive makeup for your skin. It's by CoverGirl, and it does great wonders for your skin. It doesn't break you out or nothing. So I apply that with like a little spongy thing, make sure it's all covered all over my face, which I've already done. Then I like to get my Simply powder. It's also by CoverGirl, and I like to put the powder onto my face because it takes off all the extra buff your face for you basically. And after I put it on with this little spongy thing, I like to take my brush from the Eco tool set and just kind of, get it all over my face, making it just like make sure knock off all the excess and stuff like that. And you want to make sure you have a nice even tone all around your face and possibly your neck, because you don't want to go out with the uneven kind of face, with the orange face or the line that, usually people can see. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. So after that's done, put this up, and the next thing I like to do after all my face is on is, mine's kind of whittled down because you see how much I use it, but I take a CoverGirl brow liner, or you can get it with the eyeliner / brow line. So I like to take it and put it on my eyebrows, darken them a little bit, because you always want to kind of give it that little darkened feature. Make sure you don't make them too dark to where it's kind of different looking, or you don't want to expand your wing like on your eyebrow, how I put here. I like to expand my wing a little bit and make it a little longer than like normal, because it gives it that kind of long, beautiful, look. So I'm done with that. I like to go ahead and expand it again, like on this side. As you can see, this line wasn't that far. Alright, I'm done with that. I like to take my brush back out, put a little bit of this powder on it, and I like to brush over my brows, kind of giving it that somewhat natural look, because the powder will then take it and it will, kind of even the color out to where it's not too dark and too fake looking, but it'll get the point across. Once I'm done with that, I like to take my LA Colors, which is very cheap, you can get it anywhere, as from like white all the way to the dark color. Then I like to take my small brush, this really tiny one with a little fine point brush on it. Make sure it's dusted off and no excess makeup is on it from before. Take the white out of it, right here, and you want to get a little bit of white on it, and you want to outline the top of your brow to give it that highlighted kind of look. Just make sure it's not too white, but you'll be able to camo it in with the other colors in a moment. Once you're done with that, go ahead and get the other eyebrow. Make sure it's not too dark like I said on the other side. You don't want too big mismatching brows. You want to make sure they're both, done correctly. Okay? Once that's done, wipe the brush off again because you don't want excess on it. Then you're going to want to take the black, which I have down here with the bottom left, right over here. And I'm going to take that. Make sure I get a decent amount on it. And then right here under the lower lid, you're going to want to spread it from the inside all the way to the outside. Likewise. You might have to dip back into the eyeshadow multiple times just to get it dark enough to go all the way across. You can spread it out as far as you want through your eye. You can expand it over here, or you can just leave it as I did. I like to pat it on the top of it too as well. And you want to make sure the lines are even, because you don't want one side being thicker than the other, and you don't want one side being thinner or more darker or more gaudy kind of looking. So make sure it's spread across. Now, I've seen plenty of tutorials trying to teach me this, and I've still never perfected it, but they just do it too perfect. And I'm kind of doing this for like the casual kind of mediocre kind of girl like me that can't perfect anything. So it's kind of a little simpler. Okay, once it's done, you should come out looking like somewhat like this. And then I like to get a little thicker brush, and with that thicker brush, I like to take the one below the white and then this one and kind of mix it together with my brush, and then kind of do like a paint over it, kind of touching some of the white, kind of blending in that way a little bit, you know. It helps blend the colors a little well, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you get the other side. And this color is not that dark. It just kind of like blends. Kind of like the same color as foundation, liquid, and powder I use. Maybe just a little bit different of color. But it kind of like shades everything all together, which you probably really can't see that well. But it does shade everything together. Just make sure you're bringing the brush in and kind of like getting it everywhere on each side. Make sure you get the inside, pull it out. Okay? And then I like to take the dark color again. The one we, excuse me, the one we said over here before, the dark one. I like to clean my brush off, of course. Take a little dab of that. And then pat it on this eye right here. Right now, you really can't tell, but it will get darker because there's a couple of other brushes I like to use to kind of pop it out. Make sure you don't put too much excess on there because it will darken, and you can blend it again, but it's a whole lot easier to take your time doing it and don't rush. Then go ahead and get the other eye. I like to pat it on there first because you kind of get an idea where the wing of your eye and things are. So just don't rush, like I said. Because you can always add, you can still subtract, but it's harder because sometimes you have to start from the beginning. I like to kind of blend it in down to the bottom lid, like right here. Just kind of make sure it goes together. Okay, when I'm done with that, I take my brush, put it to the side of this little thing that it came with. As you can see, I've used it a lot right here. Also take that and dip that into the black as well, or the darker color. And then take it, and this is when you can put the darkness on. And do both sides of your eye, making sure you camo it in. If you want, you can go ahead and take it again and get the bottom curvatures of what you did before, and it kind of gives it a little more darkened color. At least I like to do that because it helps a lot. I like to take my brush again and dip it in these two colors as before. Just kind of like get it and round it off the top up here to kind of blend it in so it's not looking crazy or dark color. Do that to both eyes. Then I like to take it, wipe my brush off again, and then dip it back into the darker one. And then kind of dip a little bit on there and dab it to get that kind of dark color. You can take your brush if you want and try to knock off the excess, because sometimes the little bar leaves on more than it should. Dust that off. And then I like to take this back again, which is a different side. You don't want to use the dark side back here. I like to take a little bit of the white and put it right up in here. And then a little bit of these two colors right here. again and put it there, which kind of evens out the tone of the black and the other side. And actually, you might want to take your brush back out just to kind of get the extra off. And you can always go back and add more detail into the eye and darken it if you want. The light that I'm in right now isn't that great of a light, so you really can't see the perfection of it. But you're now done with your eyeshadow, so you can put that up. You can put your brushes back up. Done with the brushes now. Excuse me. You can take your eyeliner, which I have kind of like a Wet n Wild one. It's kind of cheap, so you can kind of get that anywhere, dollar store, CVS, I mean, anywhere it's necessary. Take it apart, which I use a fine tip point one because it's much easier. You can like get the great access on it. So you want to take it, you want to get your lower lid and rub it all in there and get the whole entire lid. If you want to, which I do, is I take it to the side and I expand it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do the other lid. Like I said, if you want to expand it out, do that. And I like to get the top inside of mine, so I take it and go like this. Because it helps darken the eye a little bit, make it look more, not necessarily professional, but it gives you that darker eye look. That's the look you go for. That's the look I like to go for. Then I take it and close my eyes and get the whole entire bottom. Which gives me this dark eyed look. Then I like to take my mascara, which is Voluminous Million. It's a very good mascara. It has a very fine tip point, so it gets every single little lash it can. So I like to get my mascara, pull some out. I like to get my bottoms a little bit. Not many people do like to get the bottoms, but I feel like it helps the lashes and everything stick out. You can put as many coat as mascara on you want, or you can get your eyelash crimper to like curl your eyelashes, but I don't. I just like to keep it, you know, somewhat natural with my lashes, or you can put fake lashes on or whatever you want. But this is how I do my smoky eye look, and it's easy for me because I don't have to go through all the expensive things, or liquid eyeliner, or all that stuff like that. So this is the kind of casual smoky eye look. Like, close your eyes, you can see like the little smoke, you know, on the sides. You can bring the eyeliner, or not eyeliner, but the eyeshadow as much as you want to do my hair. I'm just kind of a messy kind of person with my hair. This is pretty much how you do it, but if you do like to do, which I do, I like to take some more of my powder and kind of even out so I can knock off some of the eyeshadow that may or may have not fell. And this is how I do my smoky eye look. So here you go, from A to B, from foundation to eyeshadow to eyeliner, mascara, and, you know, covering up, doing some of the eyebrows. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.